Hello, welcome to another episode of Miguel's View. Today we're going to be going over Dogecoin once again, and you have to know what the status of Dogecoin is, what is the next support, what is the next resistance, and is it going to $1? You want to stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, guys, let's go right to it and let's see what's happening with Dogecoin. So yesterday, we saw that Dogecoin, was making a comeback, all right, to this trend line right here. And just like we talked about in the last video, guys, if you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe because, I mean, everything that we put on the chart, all right, the candles, they come and they touch. For example, this support line, right? Support line and this trend line. Look at how close we got to touching, and that is our next resistance. Now the thing is, we are looking good because the 4-hour here on the MACD, it just turned positive, guys. Also, the RSI just broke the trend, all right, just broke this downtrend. So we are looking really good, all right, and hopefully we can continue to the upside. All we need to do is break this trend right here. As soon as we break this trend, guys, we do have room to 50 cents, and then we're gonna come and test this trend line. So however long it takes for us to get here to this trend, remember, if we keep trading sideways or just kind of up little by little, this trend line is going to go higher, right? So the longer we take, the longer we're going to go higher. So are we going to $1? There's a very well possibility that we are. Just like I always speak, guys, I always speak the truth. And we were talking about it when we're here. Some people don't like to hear it. But it's the honest truth. I told you anything can happen. This thing can go back to support levels. All right. I had said we can go back to 18 cents if you go over all my videos series that I'm doing on Doge. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Nothing is guaranteed, so you have to have a game plan, right? You have to have a game plan when you hit supports. All right. Like in this case, what are you doing? Are you taking the profits, or are you gonna hold? All right, until we hit that $1 or 150 or whatever you think Doge is gonna go. Will we ever get there? Who knows? Possibility. Do I have Dogecoin myself? Yes. I started loading, all right, in the zones right here as it dipped down. All right. So like I say in all my videos, I buy the dips. All right. I don't buy when it's up here. I buy on the dips. I like to get stuff on sale, and hopefully you do too. If you're not in Dogecoin, okay, when is the good time to get in? All right, so when we come into the support areas, this is the time that you want to get in as it's going down. All right, you load, and then, either you're going to hold or you're going to sell some at support levels. You have to have a game plan. Don't let nobody tell you what you should do. Develop your own game plan and stick to that. I'm only here to give you my view of the cryptocurrency market, and then you decide what you want to do when we're hitting the resistance levels. You decide on your own. Don't let anybody decide for you. If you're holding, great. If you're adding just on dips, great. If that's your game plan, that's awesome. If you're gonna diamond hand this all the way to $1, then that's great. That's what you're gonna do. Remember, I was holding Dogecoin since 2018 when it was a fractions of 1 cent. So I held through that. I did take some profits. I'm not holding all my full position. I took my profits, then I loaded back again on some dips. When we're in this trend line, if you see my past videos, I told you as long as we stay up on this trend line, we are good to go. There's no need to panic. If it breaks, then have a plan. Are you gonna sell for some profit, or are you gonna risk it all? It's really up to you. So, it's Dogecoin going to the moon. It well could. All right. Can it come crashing down to, 10 or even 4 cents? It very well could too. Right. Nobody ever knows. Okay. And nobody likes to hear the truth, but that is the truth. Nobody ever knows. Okay. I'm with you. Okay. I'm with you. I'm hoping we go to $1. Of course. I do want it to, but can it come crashing down to nothing? Yes, it can also. So in the markets, it's always a risk that you take. So make sure you have a plan and you develop a strategy. So let's talk about what's going to happen with Dogecoin. right now? Well, we're gonna hit this resistance level around 45 cents, and if we can't break that, guys, we might continue and test the support areas once again. If you're not in Dogecoin, then these are areas that you can load up on, and if it breaks below, you need to have a strategy to see if you want to continue losing money or you're just gonna cut it and reload at the end. But you can see the support levels. They used to be resistance, but when they came down, there was a lot of buying orders. Why, guys? Because there's a lot of people that have orders, including myself. I had limit orders on all these supports right here. Okay, so as it started coming down, all right, it hit stop losses where people, had their stops in case it went down. But there are also people that had limit orders for people that were getting in. Look, I had limit orders on all these lines. I had limit orders to fill me in. And so right now, I'm up on Dogecoin, and I wanted to continue going up, and I hope you do too. I don't want it to go down, but I'm just being real, okay? Of that anything can happen. So make sure you do not put more than what you can lose. Play with your profits. If you already have profits in Doge, don't go all in with all your profits, and don't risk it all. Go in with some of it, and maybe put some in something else. Diversify a little bit. Don't put all the eggs in one basket. But then again, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm just here to give you my view of the charts, and then you have to have your own plan and your own strategy. Let's go to the daily. So on the daily MACD, we're still on the negative side. Right here on the daily, it looks like we're forming a Doge candle. Once you form a Doge candle, we'll see. And hopefully we can, continue to the upside if we form like a flat bottom here for some upside potential and break this trend line, and we get the MACD to start curling up on the daily. That will be the way we want to go. So daily, still in a negative. RSI looks like we're bouncing off this support, and that's pretty much on the daily. If we go to the 1 hour, let's go see. If we see the 1 hour MACD, for most of the day we were in the positive side. It does look like it wants to go down a little bit, but that's okay. We'll probably come and test this, maybe the 35 area again, and then from here bounce on up, and hopefully we can break this trend. This is the main thing. Our main focus, guys, is this trend right here, this downtrend. We cannot break it. Okay, the wick doesn't matter. We can the wick can cross, but the candle needs to form on top of the trend. That's what we need to. And maybe that's what you're waiting to get in, and that could be a plan too. If you're not in Dogecoin, you want to wait for confirmation. You can wait for the candle to close above the trend line, and that gives you confirmation that we're gonna go to the upside. So make sure you have a plan, you have a strategy. Right now we are looking good though. All right. After we came to all the supports, we are moving to the upside, and we can actually draw a support right here. We can draw ourselves a trend. Let's go ahead and move it a little bit this way. We won't base it off the last wick. The last wick right there. Yeah, so this candle that we're on right now, hopefully we can stay above this trend. Okay, if not, like we said, we can come and test this 35 again, and then continue going up. So that's how it looks right now, guys. If we look at Bitcoin right now, also same thing. You could see we're coming to test that downtrend. MACD on the 4 hour on the positive side, RSI also climbing back up. So looking good. If we cross over here, Bitcoin also looking good, and we'll come and test that 47 area. And if we go to Cardano actually already broke this downtrend, which is good, and it looks like now we're forming an uptrend here. So Cardano looking really good. Look at this support, guys. Look at the support on Cardano. It came and hit this line right here. Okay, right there. A bunch of orders got filled at $1, and now we're at 78. I think we hit a high of 193 or something. But this is a massive move. You had orders down here. I mean, you're in great profits. A whole almost $1 move. Um, I am holding some Cardano as well, and you always got to make sure you have your dip areas, guys, and you have limit orders in there in case one day like this, if you're not on let's say Dogecoin, right, and you want to get on Dogecoin, but you don't want to pay premium prices, have limit orders on this blue lines. So in a day like what happened, yesterday, you get filled in and now you would be in the profits instead of buying up here. And look at all this. You can't even sleep at night because you're in the red, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I bought up here or I bought up here. That's why, don't just buy. You got to buy at support areas. All right. And this is the areas you want to buy at support areas. You can have orders here. That's what I do. Okay. Well, I'm not buying at the break of the resistances. I'm buying at the support areas when it comes down. Okay. So if you want to do that and then you want to take some profits on resistance areas, all right, then develop your plan. All right. So let's take it a step at a time. Are we going to $1? Possibly. Anything is possible. Okay. Nobody ever thought that Doge would even reach how far? 73 cents. Nobody ever thought that we would reach 70. It was impossible. They said there's no way. There's unlimited supplies. It's crazy. There's no way you can ever get that far. They said the max would go 4 cents, and then 5 cents, and 10 cents. And so the possibilities are endless. Okay. It can go anywhere it wants to. Bitcoin, back in the day, I mean, the first time it went to 20,000, it was like, oh my gosh, that's way too much. But I mean, look at it now; it's gone up to 60. So, in this day and age, anything is possible if a lot of people get in it. So, yeah, we can hit $1, we can hit two. The possibilities are endless. The thing is, you also have to think about if it doesn't happen. This thing can crash down to zero. So make sure you can only go in with what you can afford to lose. And so, with that being said, I don't know if you have any questions. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you holding this? Are you buying the dips? Are you day trading this? Are you swing trading this? Are you holding long term? What are you doing with Dogecoin? How are you trading it? Let me know. Maybe there's something else that you want me to cover. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with family and friends. I have a lot of people that are always asking me, should I get in Dogecoin? I tell them, hey, watch the video, I show some great support areas and then you decide what you want to do. Some people, they just get in because people tell them to get in and now they're down a lot of money. Okay. So make sure you share the video so people can get educated. That's what I'm here for. Just educate people on what's going on, and I give you a bunch of garbage of buy now, you're going to be rich, by next year. You could be poor by next year, if you put all your money into this, because nobody knows. But there's a lot of people out here on social media, telling you and trying to hype things up, and it just ain't true. Okay. It very well could, but it very well cannot. So you just have to play it a step at a time. And remember, unrealized gains are never profits. Meaning, if you never cash out or if you never sell for profit, those aren't profits. Okay, so I have some friends that are up, on Dogecoin, and they're unrealized, and I tell them, that's really not your money, right? Because you haven't cashed out. This thing can go, There, I know people that were up, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars up here, and they ended up selling here. They panicked. All right. Why? Why? When you could have taken some profits up here and then reloaded down here. I mean, I is and now they're rebuying it, up here when they sold down here. They're rebuying it higher. And people might say, "Well, you should have never sold it the first time." Yeah, I guess you should have never sold it. Stick to it, stick to a plan, stick to a strategy. But what if it would have gave everything back? You know, then you're gonna say, "Oh, you could have sold some, locked in some profits." So in hindsight, at the end of the day, yeah, you talk should have, could have, would have, but make sure you do the right thing for you, uh, and nobody else. Okay, 'cause nobody's ever gonna be happy. You got to think about you, yourself, your family, and you decide how you want to um, play Dogecoin. So, what's next for Dogecoin? Well, we're gonna keep hitting this 43 area until we break it, and until we don't, then we're gonna just stick around here. Uh, like I said, mark this down. We're gonna hit this 35 area. We cannot break above, and if we break above, we're gonna come and test this trend line. Okay, however high it is around the 55 area. Uh, it could happen over the weekend. So over the weekend, Dogecoin tends to move a little better than during the week. I guess because during the week the market's open, and during the weekend the market's not open, so people start trading Dogecoin a little bit more, and it brings more volume into the currency. So, what's the final word on Dogecoin? Positive MACD. Um, RSI broke downtrend, headed to the upside. All we need to do is break this resistance and up to 55, 56, 7 cents, depending how high this is, before Dogecoin decides to get there. So if not, what's the worst case scenario? We hit 35 cents. If that doesn't work, we'll come down and hit 28 again, and hopefully bounce off of that and keep trying to break this trend line here. So that is it. That is it for Dogecoin, guys. Hopefully, it's helping you guys out. If you know somebody who's trying to learn, who's new and wants to learn about how to trade cryptocurrency or the stock market, make sure you tell them about my channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video, right? So I can keep making this content. Also, if you don't have something to trade Dogecoin with, you can click on one of my links down below. You can go to Robinhood, Webull, or even Voyager. And if you click on use my link, you'll get rewarded back with some free stocks as well. So make sure you go down there to the link. And if you don't have one of those platforms, you can get one. And if you do, just make sure you like the video and subscribe so you can keep getting this content and click the notification bell. So that's it for today, guys. Have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow with another Doge update. Till then, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.